welcome to the Red Booth Show. On tonight's episode, I have the guys from Tastemakers, which is a radio show on Dash Radio. They talk about their show and all of the antics they get into, and it's pretty funny, so you should definitely come and join us. All right, cool. So, hey guys, welcome to the Red Booth Show.
What's up? How you doing?
Yeah,
Kimberly?
This is awesome. I get to have people who have a show on my show.
I feel like that's an interesting dynamic.
You guys totally blow me out of the water because you have a 2-hour show, like 5 times a week?
Yes. 5 days with 4 new episodes a week, and then Thursdays we play to Throwback Thursday.
Nice. Let's introduce you guys actually. So, Emil.
Hey, I am the broker on Tastemakers on Dash Radio.
Why are you the broker?
I'm the broker because I broker meetings and I get them done. You know? Well, actually, yeah, I'm a broker because I originally partnered up with these guys. I was fresh out of Paradigm Agency, and I came on as a manager / producer, and, you know, unofficially at first. And I would just set meetings here and there, and slowly incorporated myself more.
He was able to, like, he started booking someone, he booked one person, then he booked another person, and then he was a valuable asset, also one of our best friends.
I'm a valuable asset, you know?
But it's also what the broker and what we all do in our business side is also like our character on the show. So he's also the broker.
On the show as well.
On the show.
Okay.
And he kind of comes from a more intellectual, business-based point of view.
Yeah, drop a sentence that like will confuse all of us.
Well, you know, in order to bring our visions and aspirations to fruition, what I wanted to do is really buttress the content of the show with bookings, with, you know, contractual obligations that would benefit us as a team.
Wow, you just pulled that right out of thin air.
You know?
That was amazing.
I heard buttress.
Yeah, what's a buttress?
Buttress is a
let's ask.
hold up.
Do you know what
a
buttress
is? A small piece of wood, like in a corner, to hold it in place.
You buttress. You use it in English
That's
language,
only,
buttress.
I may be
A
totally
buttress
retarded.
is a butt on your mistress.
There we go. Nice. I agree with that.
And this is Chucky.
I'm Chucky Fresh.
That's right.
Fresh on my wrist. Tastemakers on my forearm.
Nice.
I mean, go hard or go home.
That's right.
Dude, I mean, that's the logo for the show. I've seen it all over the place
On Instagram, social media, everywhere. Yep. And then he's also got Tastemakers on his back.
This is Havoc.
This is DJ Havoc.
DJ Havoc. I have another name too, but it's only appropriate for our X-rated radio show.
Hey, can he show his
his
tattoo?
We can get a shot later.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna I have to get naked for that, and I don't know if we're all ready for that yet.
It's literally the entire body.
It's just on his back. So.
Well, I don't even know what it is, but I'm sure it's awesome.
It's a Tastemakers tattoo.
Okay.
And it's, branding.
So how did you guys come up with the name Tastemakers?
I mean, I can speak on that because hipster is like a common term now.
Yes.
But pre-hipster, there was such thing, was a tastemaker. And what, nowadays the kids perceive hipster as like Forever 21 or whatever it is. Like hipster is just anything cool. But originally, before information was so readily available on the internet, a hipster was someone who read all the zines, who knew all the artists.
Zines?
Well, zines, because a magazine is like for the mainstream, whereas a zine is the underground. So a hipster.
You learn something new every day. Guys.
That's right. A
I
hipster
thought you were trying to say scene, but you said zine.
hipster read zines, knew all the artists, and like to be hip or to be like on the forefront of culture, you had to like know what was up. You couldn't just go on Reddit, right?
Yep.
So previous to a hipster was a tastemaker. And it's the same thing, but it's just someone who's really linked into like, the future of arts and culture and their taste-making brands, style, fashion,
Nice.
slang.
So we always drop in new slang. We often drop songs and play them on a radio show 3 months, and then 3 months later we hear it. Every DJ playing it at a festival, on every radio show. So if we play it, then more times than not, it's going to become very popular.
Wow.
True.
So that means you guys have like a pretty awesome audience, especially in the music industry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We have, we've found like, because how do you judge your audience, right? And a lot of times like interactivity through social platforms is a way to really interact with fans. And like you know, we have this 14-year-old mixed race kid from Alabama who's like one of our biggest fans. And then we also have this like 45-year-old black man married with 2 kids that, you know, works in like a Home Depot and listens to our show while he's at work and gets in. So it's nice to see.
We
this,
also
like,
have like an 85-year-old grandma.
Who's also black.
Is she?
I saw a theme. I just wanted to
Just a wide range, you know. If you don't get offended and you have a good sense of humor, then you would love our show.
Now, why would people get offended on your show?
We say borderline offensive and comedic stuff, but it comes from a very positive and good-hearted spot.
what do you think? Do you agree with
No,
that?
I concur.
Well, the broker has this weird issue. It's an issue. We can say
yeah.
where like you mention death.
Yeah.
Like Chucky Fresh does the news. It's called
Yeah.
Trap Talk, and a lot
Nice.
of news stories involve some kind of death. And the broker uncontrollably laughs at death, which is actually very because like Tosh.0, you got to make fun of everything.
Yeah.
If there's anything that's, as my mother says, who's a fan of the show, nothing is sacred. And we
take
so
it
to
there.
have someone that uncontrollably laughs at death.
It's like as low as you can get. There's no holds bars, and we say what you might be thinking. You say what the listeners might want to hear in the most weird, random, and bizarre ways. But at the same
Sounds
time,
fun.
it's very intellectual hipster. So
thanks.
because of this guy right here and this guy.
Like I could just throw one out.
Okay.
It's like I identify. This is true to me. At about 26 years old in my life,
Well,
I
before
decided.
he says this is pretty amazing. Everyone, open your ears.
He's also 57 right now.
I identify as like a lesbian with a. That's how I like interact in the world, and I kind of script it that way because it sounds funny.
But in the lesbian world, he is known as a Peter Pan.
There's actually a term for this.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Seriously?
But that's something that that is self-discouraging. I'm very comfortable about, and I can like just speak on. That's my experience in life. Like I like connecting emotionally, which is more traditionally like an effeminate, way
So
as far as
is that
like
kind
romance.
of what that means then? Like okay.
What does it
I'm
mean to
new
you?
the term. I'm new to this term.
What is it? Yeah, what does it mean to you? Like, if he was in a relationship with you, how do you think that would go?
Well, you said the word Peter Pan is the term. I don't know. I've never heard of that.
Michael
That's like
Jackson.
makes me think of like a very sweet guy, I guess.
Did you say Michael
I
Jackson?
said Michael Jackson.
I'll take that.
Would that be it? Yeah. Okay. What do you think is your favorite guest you guys have had on the show so far?
It depends. Like, we've had some guests that we have like a lot of like history with, and then in terms of favorite guests.
Let's do each one have as a different favorite guest. So,
What's yours? I don't
My
know.
favorite guest actually is really random. Claypex, EDM DJs.
Right, because you guys mostly have EDM artists,
Yes.
right? Okay, cool.
Yeah, Claypex because I came in, I didn't know what to expect. I didn't know a lot about their material, but in terms of the conversation, it was so it just went on so organically, and I was very interested in what they had to say.
What about you, Chucky?
Well, I would say in retrospect, she's my favorite guest because she has done the most for my career.
I knew it was gonna be a woman.
Right now, like every time I hear from her, I get post-traumatic stress disorder, aka PTSD. We had a porn star on named Dakota Sky.
Oh, wow.
Or let's say a professional in the adult industry.
An adult industry, and she had a great show, like one of our most popular shows ever, on tons of views on YouTube and like tons of listeners. I got her pregnant.
No,
so dark.
Are you
It
kidding
Yeah,
me?
it's true.
ensued in like
No way.
it
happened,
ensued
yeah.
in like a battle between me and her
And us
and
against
Publicly.
us
her. Yeah.
publicly.
No.
Like imagine like publicly online, she has so many followers just like online like bashing me, like
It's about 600,000 followers that all hate Chucky Fresh, so that's what it was
So
kind
she
of.
Knocked
imagine
up their
her.
favorite porn star.
And then but then she's also a cam girl, and she has like 50,000 people watching her on cam because she's one of the most famous, and has our show on talking
About
us,
you.
telling everyone to tune in, but at the same time, everyone's tuning in, listening to our show, and you know how many fans just stay. Like, this show's hilarious.
Haters make me famous, you know? It's like the
Haters
typical
gonna
one.
hate.
Haters gonna hate, and haters gonna hate. That's right. yeah.
So, yeah,
Dakota
what about
Sky.
you?
Wow.
What about you? Havoc?
I already know.
Wow, guys.
Do you know? I don't even, I don't know. I have a lot of like old friends from the entertainment industry, from the EDM world, from the hip hop world that I brought in, and that's always fun. I want to say, I'm just going to throw it out there. Right now, in this moment, my favorite interview was we interviewed two guys from, what's the record label called?
Bygore?
No, the Vice.
Oh, Vice. Ounce.
Ounce Records, right? And these are guys that produce a lot of content for Vice and Noisy.
Okay.
And they are like the pinnacle of, for the viewers out there, like if you know this hipster world, like they're the snot, anything that's cool or that people would like, agree on all liking, you instantly, the most hipster thing is that sucks. It's only cool if it's not cool. And it was my favorite show in the sense that it was so challenging because they basically wouldn't co-sign anything we said. They just thought all of the music we chose to premiere on their episode was complete shite. They weren't feeling us at all, and it was this battle. But that, in conversation, I like controversy. Like, I want to go to a movie with someone, like Chucky Fresh, who, is always going to take the opposite opinion of me.
Oh, yeah, true.
Because that makes for good conversation.
On purpose? It just
No.
happens?
Well, he is quite contrary.
We just love arguing. It's like, it's passionate conversation.
That's what makes for good entertainment.
I
you
just
know?
I co-sign
Like
everything.
Jurassic Park that came out. What do you say about it?
No.
God.
I loved it.
Oh,
Wow.
I don't know
So
about that one.
we'll put that aside because I can get really heated
Wait.
right now.
Yeah.
But Vice, here's the other thing is I edit our shows. And so it gave me a challenge of like, here's a product that's basically sucks. And then now in the editing room, how do I make this
Sound cool.
sound
Yeah.
enjoyable?
Yeah.
And it's a journey to make what happened in the studio was very uncomfortable, really awkward.
Really
For
was.
2 whole hours.
it
you're
really
just
was.
like,
2 whole hours, and
I wanted
the
to leave.
broker was like,
I'm going to leave.
was bringing up some like past trauma for him, of like not fitting in with
With
hipsters.
hipsters,
And then I'm like, it brought up my challenging side,
And they love me. And
Chucky
I love
Fresh,
them.
Chucky Fresh is, I think this is important to say about our show is like, there's diversity here. I'm from San Francisco. I'm raised by like the liberal hippie family. I don't see black or white. I don't see gay or straight. I'm just like, hippie flower raver child.
Nice.
Chucky Fresh, Kansas City, Arizona, football team,
American.
Bro
Nice.
5000, fraternity, the whole deal. And the
New
broker,
York, New York, black, white family. We'll get into that.
You're adopted?
Yeah.
Tell
I was adopted.
Seriously?
Might as well
I
get
was
into it.
adopted.
What?
Well, we're just gonna segue in.
Yes.
On that. So,
And
all right, and here we go. So I was born in Jamaica, Queens, to a crackhead mom, and really kind of destitute situation. And I was taken in by my grandma at the age of 5. I moved to Harlem, and then I went to a Catholic school in Harlem called St. Gregory the Great. And when I went to that Catholic school, I had a kindergarten teacher by the name of Miss Wiles. And she thought I was so adorable that she adopted me.
Oh,
And
really?
yeah, a little bit
Can
like
we
a
do that
blind
again?
side.
it is. The
Yeah,
first
yeah,
time I
yeah.
heard this story, I fell in love.
Yeah. So, I
I can
then-
totally imagine it being like a little cute baby
I was,
face.
yeah, I
like,
was very adorable.
What happened?
Drugs. Yeah,
that's
drugs.
when his life became very confusing.
Yeah, life was confusing. I just the inner thug in me just was rebelling, and then there's only so much you can do before you find yourself just out in the block, getting up to the same trap games as your blood is telling you to do. So I'm out there at 50 Cent and Ja Rule just going crazy back in my native Queens. I couldn't help it. But on a serious note, no, I was prep school, college, drug addict.
And he's our graduate at the table.
Yeah, and I graduated.
He's the one graduate. Did you drop out? You graduated high school?
Dropped out of high school.
I dropped out of college.
Let's hear some stories, some backstories.
I also come from, we all like are able to laugh at the darkness in life because we've lived it and we've come through on the other side.
Yeah.
And you know, what a great journey. Like I've always identified with people that have been on some journey in their life. If, you know, no offense, but it just, if you haven't been through some hard times, we're not going to connect because I've been through some crazy stuff, you know. And, yeah, and that's a commonality that we all bond on, you know, wanting to better our lives, wanting to, but you know, some people I think, you know, better their lives or bring attention to the serious stuff in life through like PSAs and this deep conversation, you know, or doing activism. We make fun of it all because if you can't laugh at the hardships, I mean, this, you know, the world. The bad guys win in the world. That's my perception. So let's, you know.
I think it's a really great way to make people think about stuff is to make it funny. And, you know, honestly, I think it's probably more entertaining than everything else and we'll get more attention than everything
We're
else.
able to have so many, we have stories upon stories upon stories upon stories because of our past histories and, you know, crazy lives. Like for instance, like I dropped out of college pretty much. I was partying a lot, doing a lot of drugs. I dropped out of college. My parents stopped supporting me. Boom, I was homeless.
Damn.
Immediately homeless.
Immediately homeless.
And then the second time he was homeless because I kicked him out of my couch.
Hey, shite happens.
Yes, that's true.
But anyways, that stuff like allowed me to grow as a person, you know, and that's how I met these dudes because if I didn't mess up in my life, I wouldn't have met these guys, and we created this business, and we're just rolling and
Focusing on
the business and entertainment, and you know, just everything happens for a reason.
Yeah.
Like the hippie way of saying it, like it's all been connected through the universe.
Yeah, man, totally, man.
You just did it like it's something Havoc would say.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I'll say the hippie thing. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
True.
And it's easy though, because like when a lot of the people in the industry, especially artists, like it's very easy to connect with them because I understand the struggle of being homeless.
Because a lot of artists were homeless.
A lot of artists have been.
The starving artist.
No, but a lot of
That's actually a lot more common than people know, and people don't like to talk about it. They don't like to deal with it. They don't want to be, you know, kind of ignore. I think that sort of problem. But I think I personally know people that have been in that situation, and like even growing up, we would have people come and stay with us when they needed it. You know what I mean? So.
Well, especially in music, I think the more emotionally passionate someone is, and the you know, Kurt Cobain. He was severely depressed, in heroin addiction, in a real deep low, and because of that, his music, you know, his voice was so passionate. So, you know, I think a lot of artists have a higher experience of emotional connection to the world, and that's something that we all identify with, and that brings a bond. And when you hear someone interviewed, you know, I think what we're able to do, you know, is get people out of that shell.
Get them to talk about it.
Get them to talk. Get them to talk about sex, drugs, and rock and roll.
Tell
Because that's really what
tell
we
their
all...
secrets.
Yeah, tell their secrets.
To the whole world.
And then they're like, did I just say that? Oh my God. And then you put it out there for everybody.
So I want to speak on the music of our show, because I think we're filling a lane that isn't, you know, that is very popular, especially in America and all over the world, but isn't really, there's no voices of this lane, and that's where urban influence music meets electronic music. And that's half of what you hear on the radio today. That's what all the kids, like I have a 12-year-old daughter, she listens to rap music and rave music, or R&B, hip hop, and electronic, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah, I mean, even Justin Bieber just did, you know, that whole thing with Skrillex.
The crossover.
It's a huge,
So that project, Jack You.
That was an amazing song.
I loved it.
I know.
And we premiered that song on our show.
No way.
And we were playing it like, I'll just, you know, I'm just going to gas myself up a little bit, but I dig deep and find these songs.
So deep.
Way before the radio hits them.
So deep.
So deep.
So deep.
No, but so if, you know,
Pause.
like a tastemaker to our name, you had to get a pause in. Like tastemakers to our name, you know, we're making the flavor, you know. So if you want to know the next Justin Bieber EDM project, you can look towards us. We're going to give you that stuff way before it's cool. And some of the stuff you might be like, that's too weird. And then in 3 months, you're going to hear it on the radio and be like, oh, they knew.
I like it now.
Oh my God.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Oh my God.
You're right on the money there.
Yeah.
Wow,
The
that's
Tastemakers.
pretty impressive.
Tastemakers.
So how did you like find that song as an example?
Well, being connected
Skrillex
in the
called
music
us.
industry. Yeah, Skrillex hit me
Yeah,
up.
yeah.
No, but I have record pools that I'm a part of, so I just shop through. It's just like pre-digital era, DJs, you go and look through records. Now it's the same exact thing, but just on a digital platform. So you just go online, record pools, you have to be invited into them.
Yeah.
Because those artists want their songs played by you, and that was
Cool.
one of them. And I listen to like 500 songs a week. I just
Wow.
go through some da-da-da-da-da-da,
Yeah.
and
10 seconds.
10
He knows
seconds,
it.
just 1, 2, 3.
10 seconds, like he's been Havoc's been DJing since he was like 14, so like
Wow.
one of his like skills is like his ear. So after 10 seconds, he knows if it's a hit, if it's like maybe a club banger,
Exactly.
if you can just he just knows.
Yeah, it's 40 years of experience. It's
Amazing.
extensive.
Seriously.
As a musician,
As
Yeah.
being a DJ since
1972.
10 AD.
Like literally.
forever.
Wow.
As a musician, you don't want to play me your song because you probably put your heart and soul into that, and I'm gonna go, This is me dropping the needle on the vinyl.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know?
Yeah.
Or nowadays it'd be, you click through the track. I'm gonna listen to a couple seconds of the start. I'm gonna listen to the bridge, the drop, the core, and that's it. And if it either I like it or not, and that's all I need to hear. Then once I like a song, happens all the time.
You're getting in trouble again.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
Well, once I like a song, then I'll listen to it, I'll give a little bit of love to like Purity Ring.
Oh, I love Purity.
You heard of Purity Ring?
It's love making music.
I
It
know.
is. It's baby making music. is
Oh,
it
that's
is.
what happened?
That's
When
what
you
happens.
Baby?
We all.
No. It was actually, I believe the day that I impregnated her was Valentine's Day.
Oh.
So it was pure
That's
love.
very romantic.
Pure
Yeah.
love.
That's very romantic.
Yeah, so I just want to point this out. Like, it looks like you're really short, How tall are you?
5'11".
5'3"?
5'3". Yeah. No.
Hey, you're the tallest of the
no,
three of us.
no.
I'm tall.
He's
Hey,
like,
you always say that, but I don't think so.
yeah, no,
true.
no. I got a short torso. It's literally like.
How short?
No, it's true. His
like-
legs are like so
Yeah,
long,
and
and
then
his
my torso is literally this
Like he
little-
sits down, and I'm like, what?
Yeah,
Let's measure it.
Yeah, no. Look,
There we
check
go.
it out.
It's that
Literally-
big.
Literally the length of my hand.
This is a
10
good
inches.
example of like
What happened?
half of our life
Yeah.
and half of our show
Yeah.
is it's a big, I can make like a rooster battle
Uh-huh.
reference. If you can put that together,
Nice.
or it's like, or it's like it's male energy
Yeah.
fighting, you
Yeah.
know.
That's very funny.
But we're all comfortable making fun of each other,
Yeah,
which I
well,
think is,
yeah.
That's a kind of a dude thing, I have to say. As a girl, I've noticed that guys like to sort of pick on each other for fun.
That's how you know
as-
you're friends with someone.
right.
Like I have an example. Like he's a skinny lesbian with a big beer belly. But the nice. So like I always like to
something
tell
else,
guys
right?
like if someone's
I know a big what?
pause.
Yeah.
But I always like to tell guys when someone's making fun of you, like you own it. Cause I have a belly too, but I switched it around and I call it my player belly. So if
He
you call
owns
your
it.
belly your player belly, and you own it, then
And that's
it's a
why I
thing.
fell in love with you.
Chucky, your player belly.
So happy
That made
about
that made
yesterday.
the broker jealous.
So you over there just like,
That sounds like some
Yeah.
of those names from like The Matrix or something.
The broker?
You're the broker.
I'm a broker, Well, honestly, I thought about it because people started
Because
calling
he's
me.
broker than all of us.
Oh no, I was thinking about the Joker, but like, whatever, it was cool. It had more of a ring. Originally, I was called a millionaire on the show. The
millionaire.
first 2 shows we ever filmed, they used my rap name from college.
Well, the first show,
Nice.
actually, the first show that he was ever on, I was pretty much locked up.
Yeah,
So
he was in the system.
Well, I would think it would be fun to show some videos from your show.
Okay.
Even though I know it's on Dash Radio, but you also do have behind
Yeah.
the scenes videos and
Yeah.
all that stuff. So there's this funny theme that I heard about. Maybe we should show that.
yeah, let's do it.
Absolutely.
All right, cool. So do you want to tell us what's going on before it starts?
So I started the scene because our manager, the broker, always gets denied by girls, and I wanted to make I wanted to make like a video, so like every girl that would come in is beautiful, like yourself. And so I try to kiss them, and they slap me in the face because they don't want to kiss me. So
it's Chucky Fresh gets rejected.
Nice.
You know,
Nice.
and I just want to, you know, preface this by like, this is a big reason why I'm like, Chucky, when we were starting to do this, I was like, Chucky Fresh, you gotta be my co-host on the show, because Chucky Fresh is down to like make fun of himself.
Self-deprecation.
You know, and that's a really big value that not a lot of people have, especially in the entertainment industry, is to be the butt of the joke.
If you know what, it just means you're secure.
Exactly.
It means you're secure if you can do that. I
Yeah,
think, so.
exactly.
That's cool. So, anyways, check it out, guys. You guys are so awesome. I'm so happy to do this show.
we always end our shows like this. Like it could. I really hope that this is okay. So there's 3 of us. You could marry one of us, go to bed with one of us, or kill one of us. So you kill. So
this is an old childhood game when you're in like you know, grade school, high school. Kill, love, marry. We'll replace love with you can assume what the go to bed.
Right.
So we're putting you on the spot that you have to choose. You know, you kill, love, or marry, and you got to choose between the 3 of us.
we've all been killed, we've all been married, and we've all been loved.
And at the same time,
decision, guys.
our egos are on the line.
That's a very.
Don't pay the mind to me.
This is gonna affect the broker's whole week. He's already depressed.
He's doing the eyebrow thing.
This is my sexy eyebrow thing.
Oh God.
You
Eeny, meeny.
No.
No.
This is terrible.
You gotta murder, love, and you know what that means, and marry someone.
And on that note.
Quick choices. Life is all about choices and decisions, right? But
Well, I mean, since he slept with a porn star, it makes me kind of curious. So there you go. So that would
You're
be
loving.
There we
You're
go.
loving Chucky Fresh.
Mary, because you're the Peter Pan guy.
Oh,
And,
that's
yeah,
so sweet.
I'm sorry. Sorry, homie.
gotta murder.
Oh! Once again, the broker gets killed.
Aw. Do the.
Die.
All right. Thank you for watching the Tastemakers on
The Red Booth!